What's up, buds? You know what's funny? Every time I sit down to play a handheld, I've got options. The Nintendo Switch, the Asus ROG Ally X, and of course, the Steam Deck. But here's the thing, no matter what, I keep reaching for the Steam Deck, and I've been asking myself why. Why do I keep choosing this chunky piece of tech over sleeker, newer, sometimes even more powerful devices? Well, that's what we've got to talk about today. Why the Steam Deck has become my go-to handheld, and why, even with everything else, it just fits my life perfectly. It just works. SteamOS and the power of simplicity. The first big reason is honestly SteamOS. Valve absolutely nailed the experience of a gaming handheld that feels like a console but runs like a PC. On the Steam Deck, everything is right there. Your library, your friends list, your downloads, it's simple. No fiddling with drivers, no pop-ups, no Windows updates waiting to ruin your evening. Just turn it on and play. An update in one place. And the pause and resume system is perfect. Seriously. That instant hibernate feature is game-changing. Especially for me as a dad. There were so many times when I'll be right in the middle of a hunt or a boss fight and one of my kids needs me right now. On the deck, I could just tap the button once, put it down, go handle whatever's happening, and when I come back, I hit it again, and boom, I'm exactly where I left off. No reloads, no crashes, no reconnecting controller prompts, just instant continuation. Now, technically, the ROG Ally X has a sleep mode too, but let's be honest, it's not the same. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the controls don't come back or the game crashes on resume. You end up treating it like a Windows gaming PC, which means you always have to save before you dare to step away. And that completely kills the pick up and play vibe. Windows versus SteamOS, the unseen battle. Now, don't get me wrong, I love what Asus is doing with the Ally X. It's powerful. For anti-cheat games that the deck can't run, it definitely fills that gap. But the more I use it, the more I realise Windows just isn't handheld friendly. It's meant for keyboard and mice, not thumbsticks and triggers. You constantly feel like you're fighting the OS instead of playing games. And while updates have made it better, it's still a far cry from the streamlined experience Valve built into SteamOS. Even little things, like launching a game or changing settings, are just faster and smoother on the deck. The UI feels made for a handheld, not adapted to one. And because of that, I ended up gravitating back to the deck. Even if I know certain games might technically run better on the Ally X, it's just more effort to get there. I want to sit down and play, not troubleshoot. And when it comes to anti-cheat titles, sure, I hop on my gaming PC at home. If I'm travelling, maybe I'll use the Ally X for that one specific game. But the truth is, those aren't my must-play experience on the go games. They're the exception. Most of the time, I'm playing single-player stuff, indies, or games that run flawlessly on the deck. And that's where it shines. Ergonomics and comfort. The deck feels right. Let's talk about comfort, because this is a huge deal that people overlook. The Steam Deck is big, sure. Once you've had it for a while, you realise that size isn't a downside. It's actually a blessing. The ergonomics are spot on. Your hands naturally wrap around it, the grips are deep, the buttons have more room to breathe, and the triggers feel satisfying. It just feels right. When I pick up the Switch after using the deck, it almost feels like holding a phone with buttons. The flat profile makes it feel uncomfortable in longer sessions, and the tiny joysticks don't help. And even compared to the ROG Ally X, which is much more compact, the deck still wins for me. The Ally X grip is better than the Switch, yes, but the grips are shallower than the deck's. And after a couple of hours, my hands start to cramp. The deck just sits in your hands naturally, like it was designed by someone who actually plays games. It's one of those things that's hard to explain until you've used it for a while. That feeling of, this just fits. Performance, value, and real world use. Now, performance-wise, sure, there are handhelds out there that outmuscle the deck. But here's the thing, it's not just about raw power, it's about balance. The Steam Deck hits the sweet spots of performance, battery life, and stability. Most of my library runs great, from AAA titles to indie games, and third-party tools like lossless scaling and other performance settings, I can really fine-tune everything easily. And the value? For what you pay, the deck gives you so much capability. You get the hardware, the OS, the store, the community, all tightly integrated. No hunting down drivers, no BIOS tweaks, no compatibility weirdness. Valve really built a platform here, not just a handheld. And over time, it's actually gotten better. Each update brings performance improvements, better compatibility, and more quality of life tweaks. It's rare to see a company so committed to evolving their handheld after release, and that's something to really respect. Even more now with the announcement of the new hardware, include a dedicated Steam controller, Steam machine, and the Steam frame. These devices will all connect together smoothly in their own ecosystem. Streaming from one to the other will be effortless, gives us more reason to buy into the Steam ecosystem. Being a dad, being a gamer. At the end of the day, the biggest reason I picked up the Steam Deck is simple. It fits my life. Being a dad, my gaming time is unpredictable. I might get 10 minutes now, an hour later, or sometimes not at all. The deck adapts to that. I can start a game, pause instantly when the kids need me, and come back later without missing a beat. It feels like gaming on my terms again. No worrying about updates, crashes, or lost progress. Just pick it up, play, and pause when real life calls. And for someone juggling family, work, and hobbies, that's everything. So yeah, I've got the Switch, I've got the AliX, I've even got a solid gaming PC. But when it's time to relax, when I just want to play, I will reach for the Steam Deck. It's not the fastest, it's not the newest, but it's the one that's always ready. And that's why, no matter what, I keep choosing to pick up the Steam Deck. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, share your thoughts below. Are you still choosing the deck over everything else? I'd love to hear your experience. Or maybe you'll pick another handheld over the Steam Deck. Let me know in the comments why. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.